Okay, so apparently the quartering is making claims, and Rev, the Kamiyoshi himself, wants to cover it. You are sexy, though, Cody. It's just so hard being humble when you guys compliment me like this. Thank you. It's time to desu. I fucking love Red. Rev is awesome. He's an awesome dude. And him and Strawb have actually been quite supportive behind the scenes when it comes to my little situation. So it's awesome to have the help of my Kamiyoshi and his wife in the background. They've been helping me stay motivated. Constant prayers to me, which I gotta thank them for. So thank you, Rev and Strawb, for all your prayers. I appreciate it. And I keep it very, very close to my heart that you guys are thinking about me, and I appreciate all the help that you guys have given me. So thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here. Since it is Friday and technically the weekend, and we're talking about the quartering, I want to start off this video by asking a very important question. How's everyone's weekend going? Well, if you're the quartering, it's probably not going too well as you prepare for a potential debate with Yellow Flash to hopefully explain away the very
Oh god, those two are going to debate each other? Ugh.
bizarre crash.
It's like the two locales of nerdism are going to debate each other. Ugh.
Outs you've been having over the past couple of weeks. And also, this has been a rough week for the quartering as he's seen many of his critics get strikes against their channel for criticizing him. And we have many examples to cover just from the past few days alone, nearly a dozen of them.
Rev, please don't get your channel, please, for the love of God, don't have your channel get a copyright strike, please. Please, dear God, don't let that happen to my Kamiyoshi. I swear to God, Quarterling, if you fuck with my Kamiyoshi, dude, all bets are off. I'm going to rally every single Spartan Battle Bear, and you will not hear the end of it from me. I warn you now, do not copy strike Rev's channel because he is calling you out.
Adding to a very long list of videos and channels taken
What's
down
with the oranges?
that were criticizing either the quartering and slash or his coffee brand.
Yeah, the quarter pounder is
now,
big baby.
during this whole
he is, Tom
period of days here since the last time we've talked about the quartering, he had another presumably drunken crash out on Twitter where he made a barrage of now deleted tweets where he was taunting many content creators, including Yellow Flash, trying to get them into a last-minute debate. And when they were trying to be...
I don't understand it. Like, why did this guy's downfall start? I only heard about him and the whole thing when he was at that medieval festival and he talked about that chick in the steel bikini or whatever, which was really, really creep behavior, by the way.
To be accommodating and have the quartering on, he wiggled his way out and somehow declared that everyone else was a coward.
Good night, Cody and Chad. I'd be watching the rest on...
he clearly had no intent of joining anyone's
You're good,
live
Gillis. Thank you
streams
for being
because
here,
during
buddy.
this entire meltdown, he was at a Milwaukee Brewers game. This, ladies and gentlemen, is terminally online and hypocritical behavior. Now, why are we talking about the quartering so much recently? Well, I've made roughly 3 videos on the guy over the past couple of weeks because for the last month, he's been up to some very bizarre behavior. This is a guy who, for many years, has been considered a free speech warrior. At least he's considered himself to be a free speech warrior. However, he has been very, very hostile towards his critics, and many believe this long list of channels and videos taken down criticizing him are exactly what he wants to see these days, and he's being a very big hypocrite.
Bro, you're becoming a disgrace to YouTube, Quarterling. You can't preach free speech, dude, and then go around knocking people off the internet.
About free speech, not allowing people to criticize him.
Second row.
Now, this all started with Kino Casino,
a
channel that has been trolling the quartering for quite some time. And earlier in April, the quartering publicly stated that their YouTube channel and Kick channels would be valid targets to take down, and privately doubled down on this, saying their Kick and YouTube could be taken down and he had the power to do so. And lo and behold, the related clip channel on YouTube was taken down. Then the Quartering, trying to play defense for himself, would try to show that he was not responsible by showing this screenshot of emails and
she texted
presuming that people would accept this as a fact. Unfortunately, during a stream launched within 24 hours, he accidentally leaked his search history, which included emails with YouTube support, including reports filed to YouTube. He has no explanation for this.
Well, you want to know what's great about you guys paying attention to me? I will never become that egomaniac. You know why? Because I've had a lot of shit in my life humble me. To be grateful for what I have. To include 2 great adopted parents who taught me that. Because the way I live my life is that your life could end by simply crossing the street one day. I know that every day that I wake up, it's a blessing. This is absolute garbage behavior.
Then people started to criticize his over-reliance on YouTube Shorts, where he is making arguably the laziest content you could ever produce, where he talks for about 5 seconds and then plays a 1 minute plus long unedited clip. He does this over and over again to pad his viewership, to make his channel look like it's doing much better than it actually is. And this is the sort of content that only months ago...
Who asked? I don't care, and if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't either. Emotional blackmail to avoid accountability, manipulative and predictable, it won't save you. If she was supporting all those people, why would she blatantly break the law and put that at risk? It's so easy to just not steal someone's content and maliciously break copyright. Instead of looking inward, they continue to blame everyone else. I remember this. I actually liked Asmon's tweet. And I actually told the Quarterling to shut up.
He was mocking people for making, saying it's really just that easy to not steal someone's content and maliciously break copyright, as he arguably doesn't even make transformative content with these YouTube Shorts. One of the biggest critics of this pattern of behavior is Stuttering Craig, the founder of Side Scrollers, and his criticism of the Quartering's YouTube Shorts would cause another meltdown, where the Quartering, in a slew of deleted tweets, would talk about all of the liars profiting on...
Quarterling, I hope you know what you're doing, dude. If you go after the Side Scrollers and Craig, do you realize how many VTubers out there will come to the aid of Side Scrollers? I'm one of them. Rev and Strawb are another 2. Leaflet, Celestium. They have so many VTubers, dude, now on their roster that get a daily appearance on there. Kirsche, Smug. Dude, if you go after a VTuber after you did this to Craig, dude, you might as well consider social media not even a job for you anymore. I love how he said Ling at the end. Yeah. Yeah, he's a dumpster fire, dude. Word of wisdom, a person is smart and intelligent, but people are stupid, panicking creatures. Yes, Blue, that is true. He's being one of those stupid, panicking creatures right now. When the whole entire situation happened with me, I didn't even panic this badly. Which I get credit for, actually. DJ actually credits me for that all the time. He was expecting worse out of me when Vex got me fired. It's just amazing to see all of these big, huge channels like this freak out more than a guy on my level when something equally disastrous happens. It's really, really weird. I don't even VTube, but I'll come after his fake Tim Pool ass too. Hey, Kettle. Remember, we're not like him. We don't silence people just because they talk. State your opinion, yes, and debate him. Go for it. You won't get an answer out of him because he's a quibbling little fat pussy, but other than that, this is all they have? Yeah. Yeah, I doubt they've been through the things you have. That's exactly my point as to why I'll never end up like this. Like, I get angry, yes, but I get angry over things. Most of the time when I get pissed off, it's mostly because somebody's sitting there slandering the military or something. I won't get pissed off over somebody making a reaction video out of me and stating their opinion on me. I won't do that. I'll just tell you, hey, you're wrong, and then I'll walk away. Yes, you handled it well, probably a lot better than I would have. You guys should really, really thank, if you guys want to know who kept me cool during that, Rev and Strawb, Kirsche, Chibi, DJ, and Smug Alana covering it. Smug doesn't really talk to me in the background, but the other 4 that talk to me in the background are the ones keeping me sane right now. When it comes to content creators. Plus DJ, because, well, he's the lead mod and he watches my back no matter what. But to see this man freak out like this is kind of concerning as to what major popularity does to you.
His name, and that he didn't want to hear anyone telling him to be calm about losers like Yellow Flash, side-scrollers, geeks and gamers, and more. And then later that night, he would leak DMs with Craig to show how much of a bad guy he is. And by a bad guy, we saw that Craig was a very courteous and professional person.
You mean the guy that begged me for help on YouTube and to come to my show? These losers overplayed their hands. If they want me to be a villain, I will. Your mileage may vary. I can't say if it's worth it. X post unavailable. YouTube link. Would love to have you. If you're looking for any guests on Friday, I'd love to come on your show. Right on. Pretty nuts. Now with the election.
And Craig would do a live stream showing the full context of their DMs, making...
That's why Craig did a video that I haven't watched yet. Because now the Quarterling has openly slandered Craig.
Craig look much better than the Quartering without a single doubt.
Melody
and
Mac also
Craig
had a
would
crash
offer
out.
some advice
Who
to
gives
the Quartering, telling him to
shit
put
about
down
that
the bottle
thought?
and go
Damn.
touch some grass. Advice he should have taken. But sometimes touching grass for the
when
Quartering
you get away with BS for so long that you think you're
as
invincible.
pointed out in this viral
Hollister,
post by Camelot,
there's
this
a
is
difference.
a clip of the Quartering.
There's a difference between being a man about it and being a little vajayjay. He's being a little vajayjay. Bluntly. He's being a blunt little vagina about it. And I don't care if that hurts his little babified little feelings. He can go get a diaper and change it himself.
In an IRL stream where he's waltzing around a Renaissance festival, harassing women and making very aggressive sexual comments about...
See, this is where I caught up with it. Because you don't do this. This is apparently the kind of things that I got fired for that I would never do.
Women, including mothers with their children, in a very, very, very creepy set of behavior. Behavior that has really shocked and disgusted many, except for the Quartering, who claims all of this concern is just pearl clutching and that he regrets absolutely nothing. And to add on to that, in a locked reply section, he says that he was waiting for an epic own in the clip and he just doesn't get it. It's normal banter, and that he doesn't think any of these weirdos have ever done normal things in their lives, and that these people upset or criticizing him are terminally online. Well, speaking of terminally online, just 2 days ago, the Quartering had another presumably drunken meltdown on social media, while totally not being terminally online, by his own admission, posting that he was at a Milwaukee Brewers game captured on TV right here. Now, during this entire event,
he kind of needs to be put on a list for that
now
one.
Deleted crash outs directed towards many different people. Number one, trying to flex
Razorfist gives
his
you a shit.
view counts onto social media, where he showed his analytics for the last 90 days, saying, if this is a downfall, please, I beg you, please let me keep falling. Now, of course, he's censoring out the revenue, which is for obvious reasons, as you'll see in just a second. But he's showing off that in the last 90 days, he's had 61 million views, which, if true, would be absolutely insane. But you have to take this with context. He has 61 million views in 90 days, And I would argue the overwhelming vast majority of them come from YouTube Shorts that produce absolutely zero ad revenue whatsoever. In fact, there is a video out there of a guy who got over 1 billion views on Shorts and made like $2,000. Okay?
Yeah, guys. Shorts help you gain followers. Doesn't help you gain revenue. Helps you gain subscribers. That's what how shorts fit into the YouTube algorithm, which is why I don't do them anymore. Because I was like spending like 2 hours editing a short for it to absolutely do nothing but give me 1 or 2 subscribers per. So I just quit doing it.
It's not financially profitable. It's only good if it's promoting your own content. But in the case of the quartering, he's not promoting his own content. In fact, he's just playing other people's content. He's basically a slop mill of content. And if you look at the views versus the watch time, you have 61 million views versus 2.5 million hours of watch time. Now, as a YouTuber, I can just glance at that and tell you that is abysmal. That ratio between views and watch time is absolutely nightmarishly bad. Okay? If you actually work out the math, it's like 2 minutes per view. Like, that's the average duration someone's watching. Well, guess what? Most of his shorts are around 1 to 2 minutes, and it's mostly other people's content playing. So the majority of the watch time he's receiving is likely people watching his shorts where they're not even really watching the quartering. They're watching whatever content he's playing unedited for a minute plus at a time. This is abysmal, but the crash outs would continue. He would address another situation where he allegedly shut down his Discord, where he would explain it all away by saying that a bunch of fat, greasy losers were trying to scrape the Discord for dirt. By the way, they found none. We just blocked new users until the psychos stopped. Still thousands of people hanging out in there, still having fun. Stay mad. One could definitely say he's going the DSP route of basically calling all of his critics a bunch of fat, greasy losers, and I guess included in that bunch is the content creator Yellow Flash, who has been very critical of what's going on with the quartering the past month or so. And, well, as you can see from Yellow Flash's Twitter account on the 29th, 2 days ago, you can see many responses. This is 3 tweets in a row responding to the quartering. And as you can see, all of the posts by the quartering have been deleted.
God damn, dude. What is up with these content creators? Just like, they're like shooting themselves in the freaking foot, bro. Like, I got doxxed. I deleted all my shorts because of the whole entire Vex situation, but that was a safety reason. The thing that I didn't do when I did delete all of them was freak out all over the internet about it. I was just like, yeah, I had to archive some of my family shorts, and then I had to delete the rest. I put a lot of work into them, and that sucks. I didn't freak out like this. When we had the Vex intruders from the farms try to get into the Discord, me and DJ didn't freak out about it. We got Seth with us, and then we scalped them out, and then we redid the whole entire application process. We didn't freak out about it. Like, dude, deleting tweets is the first sign that you're failing. Yeah, Shim seems like it went from semi to auto recently. Yeah, I don't get that. Like, everybody's taking the hysteria route. And I don't understand why. And, like, they're doing it, too, with smaller problems than mine. That's what's really crazy about it. Like, I got fired, had to sell my house. What the fuck is happening with the quarterling to where he's, like, freaking out like this and going and SHing chicks at a medieval festival?
Which is the pattern of behavior for the quartering, where in all of these, he was trying to taunt many people, but mainly Yellow Flash, into a last-minute debate. Now, luckily, I have seen many quarterings in the past, okay? And when I see the crash out start, I start taking screenshots because I know they're going to be deleted eventually. And here's what I got. And if anybody needs these, feel free to screenshot them and use them for yourself. But basically, he starts going into the replies of Yellow Flash on Twitter, saying, I'm super excited for tonight's live stream. Hopefully you don't epically own me. So Flash had a completely different stream going on that had nothing to do with the quartering. It was just a super chat stream, as pointed out here. He says tonight's live stream was to read super chats from the stream on Saturday that was struck down. Now the quartering sprung up wanting on. Would rather have you come on Saturday night for a real stream. I need to get all the tweets you deleted. Ironically enough, these would all be deleted, so you can't say they're fake. And yeah, that was basically the context. You have Flash setting up a regular stream to just read super chats that were left behind from a previous stream that was taken down, by the way. And the quartering tried to basically muscle his way into the stream, trying to force a last...
See, the thing that you don't do, chat, the courteous thing that you do is you wait for people to ask you if they can be on your channel. That is content creator etiquette, per se. I didn't go on Kite's channel. I waited for her to ask me. Tactical Templar, he reached out and he asked me, but then he gave me nothing for having him on or having me on his show. I don't know what happened with Tactical Templar, but I was supposed to be on his show, but then he never got back to me. But the etiquette is that you ask. Or you don't ask, you wait to be asked. I'm sorry about that for the confusion. Courtesy is a rare gem these days. That's why I wait to be asked. I don't bully my way into somebody else's content. That's just inappropriate. And it shows lack of moral value on your part. Screw that noise. I'm not doing that. That's somebody else's channel, somebody else's work, somebody else's time. If you can't consider that into your little freaking 2-year-old little freakout quarterling, you don't deserve to be a content creator. I'm sorry.
Minute debate, trying to catch him off guard, but you know what? It's not your stream. You can't demand to be on other people's streams, especially last minute like this. And the quartering would respond saying, I'm ready tonight. You have me dead to rights, and then lists Yellow Flash's first name. I'm not sure if that's like public knowledge or anything, but I find it very condescending when people do this. They're trying to basically, I guess, intimidate the person they're talking to, and it's very weird and unnecessary behavior, but he continues on saying, this is your big moment. Bury me. Oh, every time he offers some sort of space or conversation with someone, it's always a big moment. I don't think it's really a big moment to be on any sort of radar with the quartering these days. I'm just being honest with you, but
before I start anything
this guy named the Bearing said he would jump on, because at that point it seemed like the quartering would be appearing
there's space that
on
they carved out on the internet.
Exactly. So we're good to go, right? But the quartering says, nah, we can talk on your channel man to man too. This is Yellow Flash's big chance. Oh, he's repeating himself. Don't rob him of it. So I guess also from what I understand, this Bearing individual, I guess, is on the quartering side, so it's kind of weird that he's saying that, but he would continue on basically saying this. Yet another channel who has made endless videos epically owning me has backed out of a 1v1 conversation. It's almost like they know they are lying and are afraid to stand by the...
No, they probably have plans like every single content creator on the planet, and they don't want you interrupting it. Because you're an annoying little SH'er that goes to medieval concerts looking at chicks in steel fucking bikinis, you little loser. God, why is it that every time that I watch a Rev video, I find out how scummy, truly scummy a person is? Like, I didn't even know half of what I knew about Vex up until Rev covered it. And I actually went over it. That's what's scary.
The things they said. I offered 2 of these moral heroes a chance, and they both ran. I'm done. Now, the timing of this is very interesting. Not only a delusional post that is ignoring the very real offers that are being given to accommodate this last-minute appearance, But it's at 7:39 p.m. on the 29th, and guess where the quartering was? He was at a Milwaukee Brewers game, which, by the way, for his local time, I believe the first pitch was around 6 p.m. So he was at the game when this whole thing was transpiring publicly. When the whole thing was going down,
he was at
a Milwaukee Brewers game.
Never intended on coming
sitting in the crowd.
stream.
And we're not like finding some lost footage. He posted this in a now deleted response, sharing that he was on TV right.
Wow, so you deleted the fact that you were on TV just so that you couldn't get any pushback from the fact that you skipped out on somebody? If I skip out on somebody, I'm going to publicly apologize, because that's my fault. Like, dude, all it is a simple message to one of them saying, hey man, I got legendary tickets to a Brewers game. We need to reschedule. That's all you gotta say.
Right here. So he's at the game surrounded by, I'm presuming, people he knows, and he's
no, he didn't
having
steal
a
bikinis
crash out
bitterly.
On Twitter.
He,
trying to force people into a debate that he clearly was not going to do. He was not going
he was
to
being
leave
really, really creepy
a
about
Major
it,
League Baseball game to go jump on a live stream. There's no way.
He is a coward.
So he had no intention of actually appearing on anyone's stream. He just tried to basically, I guess, intimidate people so they didn't want to come onto the stream. It was very, very calculated, I guess, at this point. And, well, what are you going to do with the quartering at this point? He's just having another crash out, deleting everything. And again, as per advice from Craig and others, not only does he have to put down the bottle, put down the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine going to a Major League Baseball game and sitting on your phone the whole time, crashing out about people on the internet trying to force a debate you have no intention of being a part. And you can see, I mean, this is a pretty good capture of what happened here. You can see the quartering's original post, deleted, of course, where he forgets to delete the replies as he does, because that would require, you know, a very sober set of mind, apparently. And someone said, yeah, that's because that totally sounds like running, referring to the quartering, claiming everyone's running from a debate with him. Where he says, what do you mean? He had a scheduled live stream hours to prepare yet. He pretends now he simply cannot be ready. You lose. Your heroes are cowards. And that user simply says, yeah, cuz you couldn't have just said, hey, let's debate at X date and time, would have been too hard. But the good news is, at least for now, today at 9 p.m. EST on Rumble, Yellow Flash will be talking to the quartering and hopefully addressing everything.
We're going to watch that crash
Will this follow
tomorrow?
Through? I'm not sure, but I know this. It's going to be entertaining if it does happen, and we might have some content to follow on or follow through on tomorrow, but
I think that Rev is going to cover it.
Let's just see how that goes and if it happens at all, and if the quartering actually shows up. But not to be forgotten in the shuffle here. Very important. The last couple of days, another slew of channels hit with strikes for covering the quartering or his coffee brand. Here is a clip channel hit with many different age restrictions, all suddenly at once on clips. Just simple clips containing either direct clips from the quartering or people criticizing the quartering. Camelot, who was involved with all of this we've been covering today, reporting that they got a strike from a recent The Quartering stream. And if they get another one, they won't be able to stream anymore on YouTube because this is their first one in a while, apparently, so they just got a warning. But the next one will be a real full strike, preventing them from streaming for a week. Here's another example. This person saying, my channel is under attack, the same way that the quartering would describe a situation like this. Today's stream about the quartering was taken down in the process of appealing, and have the VOD, which I'm making edits to be extra careful before re-uploading. Real fun landscape we have to navigate on YouTube now that strike/flags are the new normal. And here's another example from a content creator named Mikey, tagging the quartering saying, might be one of the most egregious flaggers in YouTube history. I can't even start up a new stream because, well, they have been hit with a full strike, meaning
Quarterling, you need to chill, brother. This is getting ridiculous.
They are at least suspended for a week from uploading. This joins the...
Because here's what you're doing, okay? You're striking all of these channels. And the first thing that's going to happen, Quarterling, when you get into a situation where you're going to do content on somebody else is going to strike you. And then you'll have nowhere to go. You'll be in the same boat as these people. Because we all know, if we've been on YouTube for 2 minutes, that the strike system on YouTube sucks. And it's handled by an AI. It's not handled by a person. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're using a broken system to win the game. That makes you a coward. Straight up coward, dude.
The ever-growing list of videos and channels that have been
really
struck down over the past month
Jesus, Grim.
from covering and criticizing
I'm
the
being
quarter.
cyberbullied.
You can see this is a long list that is growing.
It's going to be an hour of him squealing like a pig. That's true.
And it's likely going to continue. And a lot of them are just completely ridiculous. And even some of these examples coming in from the last couple of hours.
It can already start
I think
for
this
you,
is going to continue to grow, and especially if you are someone who is affected by this, make sure you're
even hitting people in random
that
Twitch
this is
chats
happening,
now,
so we can add to lists like this. But I'm not...
It's scary. It's scary that somebody can. It's scary that people are mad at you that much that they're willing to be that petty with you, Quarterling. Literally, bro. You need to take a time out from the internet, man.
I'm not even getting into the next thing. There is a whole nother angle to this involving his coffee brand, which, in case you're confused, it is called Coffee Brand Coffee. Very original, just like his shorts. Real brain buster of an idea here. But people are starting to criticize Coffee Brand Coffee,
how you doing,
making
buddy?
a lot of claims, claiming that the quartering and this brand is not following FDA guidelines.
You are
for a whole slew of reasons, and it appears that the quartering is starting to scramble, putting many new warnings and labels across his website. Seemingly, while all this is going down, and he's flexing how much he doesn't care about the opinions of stupid people who don't understand how all of this coffee business works. Very, very bad, but you know what? We've already covered enough for today. I mean, we would be droning on for another 10-20 minutes, but that is a topic for another day. We'll keep that in the back pocket, and we'll see what happens with the Yellow Flash appearance here. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully it's more content, but, you know, at the end of the day, how this weekend ends up going, we'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen, but, you know, if anything significant happens, you'll find an update from me, but hopefully the strikes are going to slow down and stop entirely, because this only works to make Jeremy look bad, because this is something that he is flexed he can do and something that he gloats about when it happens. So it's coming back to him, and if this guy wants to save any bit of his reputation, he will start addressing things honestly and start admitting some mistakes, because he looks really bad right now. But then again, like I said, who knows what we're going to hear tonight. Hopefully tonight. But anyways, that's going to do this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like. Consider subscribing, turning on those notifications, because I upload daily and stream multiple times a week here on YouTube, and I would love to see you guys check out the videos as well as the live streams. So that's going to do for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Rev, really good video, dude. Not much. Been cleaning off and on all day. Almost done, though. Thankful to have good content to listen to as I work. Anyway, Rev, good video. Really, really appreciate you giving me some more insight onto this. I always learn a whole crap ton about the internet going on from you, Rev. Thank you, you and Strawb, for your guys' amazing support throughout all my situation. I really, really appreciate it. More than you possibly could know. You guys have helped me out more than you know with your video that you did covering the situation. And I appreciate the prayers sent my way, so thank you.